Morning, Oates. How's the hamstring?
Yeah, it feels all right. Feel quite positive about it. We just I had a scan yesterday, so we're just waiting on the results. So we'll see what the results come back with, but I'm feeling positive about it.
Any indications or gut feelings?
No, not really. I just like I say, I'm just waiting and see what it comes back with. But I'm positive about it. It feels much better today than it did Saturday.
That's good to hear. Let's speak about Saturday's match at home to Huddersfield. How do you look back on it?
I think the first 15, 20 minutes, we were probably quite sloppy with us play, and they were just so clinical with how they counter-attacked, and when they won it back, they just had 4 or 5 players flying forward and got the goals. I think one was a big deflection. One was while we were down to 10 men. So we do need to be more solid in terms of that. But I think after that, we settled it down a bit and we started playing. We created a few chances and things like that. So we have to try and look at the positives from it. Obviously, we weren't happy with the performance, and mainly the first half. I think second half we were a much better side than we were the first half, but we just need to try and take the positives out of it and take that into the weekend.
When you're 3-0 down after 15 minutes, are you thinking, we really need to tighten up further here, not go forward perhaps as much, because, this could turn into a real hiding? Or conversely, are you really thinking, well, nothing to lose here, let's go at them?
I think a bit of both. I think you need to make sure you're solid after that. You don't want it to go 4, 5, 6. No one ever wants that. So once you're 3-0 down that early, I think you need to try and just solidify everything first, get settled down, and then try and find a way back into the game. I think if you get one before half time, you get a bit of a positive mood around the camp in terms of, look, we know we can score goals and things like that. Obviously that didn't happen, but we just said at half time, don't let it get 4, 5, 6. Do what we can, put pressure on, try and get goals and try and get back into it any way we can, really.
What do you take from that game then, as a unit, as a squad?
I think we just need to just be better from the start, really. I think, just like I say, just take positives from the game. We still created chances. Obviously, Will scored a goal, but just overall, just be better, really, I think.
It was a disappointing result, of course. Every defeat is, but nowhere near as disappointing as the previous game against Northampton. That really topped the frustration charts, didn't it? Yeah, definitely. I think being 1-0 up at half-time and playing so well like we did in the first half, I think we started the second half quite well and created a couple of chances, and then just silly mistakes. And like we said, the first goal was when we were down to 10 men as well. I think we just need to make sure if that happens, like, players are going to have to go off, and we just need to make sure we sit in, be solid, and just don't concede in that minute when we're down to 10 men, and then just keep going from there. But yeah, we were all disappointed after the game at Northampton, the way in which we lost it. I think we were playing so well first half, and we should have just tried to carry on, and with the way that we played in the first half, in the second half, and I think we should have got 2-3 goals there and put the game to bed. But obviously it didn't happen that way. But we just need to try and move on from that now and forget about it and just look forward and look at the first half, and it shows what we can do, and just take that into the next games. Final word on that Cobblers match, if I may, Oates, a few weeks ago. We have to speak about your strike. I mean, you've scored 4 goals so far this season, 3 of which have been absolutely sensational. And the first goal against Chesterfield, a sweet strike and memorable in its own right. What about that one at Six Fields?
Yeah, it was another good strike. I think I'd like a tap-in. I think, the 4 goals have been good goals that I've scored this season. But then I look back at Plymouth, and should have scored from 2 yards out. 9 times out of 10 I score that. But yeah, the goal against Northampton, it was another one where cutting tight onto my left foot and just strike through it and it went in. So yeah, happy with that.
I'm not flattering you, but many players in your position wouldn't have the quality to score the goals you have so far this season. Does that make them even more satisfying?
Yeah, I think so, especially with 3 of them being on my left foot. I think it shows that I can go both ways and use both feet. But yeah, like I say, a few tap-ins would be nice as well. More than happy for the good strikes to keep coming and goals coming from that way, but want to score goals from any type of goal really, tap-ins, long-range strikes, headers, anything. Just as long as I'm getting the goals, I'm happy.
Are you pleased with your return so far?
Yeah, I think since I came back from a groin, I've played well. I've been consistent in the team, and I think that was my main aim at first. Just get a run of games and just stay fit and be consistent with it. And the goals have come, so I've been happy with that, and I've been happy with my performances. There's a few games where I feel like I could have done better in certain areas, but overall I'm quite happy. So hopefully this is nothing serious, and I can get back to what I've been doing. Yeah.
Let's look at the squad, and it seems from the stands like there is an increase in quality player-wise, individual players, which therefore contributes to the overall unit, doesn't it? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I think we see it day in, day out. We have since pre-season. We've not really had a fully fit squad of everyone all season really, but I think with the 23, 24 players that we've got, we've shown that when we do have players out, we've got enough quality for other players to come in and not look out of place and fill that role perfectly. So I think the squad depth and the quality that we've got is really good this year.
That spine seems to be stronger, doesn't it? With Roberts and Oshalaja, who was there last season, of course. Then you go into the midfield with McDonald and Tyler Roberts up the top as well. It does seem to have more quality within it. Yeah,
definitely. And like you name those players, but then we've had Bailey Cargill, who's been out injured. We've had Reedy that's been out injured. Regan that's been injured. And now we've got Regan's out again. Maris is out. I think it shows the quality that we've got in every position. We've got depth everywhere, and it is positive, and it's a strong spine. Yeah, like you say, yeah.
How are the boys looking ahead to the challenge on Saturday away at Cardiff City? Arguably one of the biggest tests for Mansfield this season.
Yeah, I think looking forward to it. Like it's a massive club coming down from the Championship, and they're going to be right up there. Like from day one, we knew they were going to be right up there. But we know what we can do on our day, and we just need to make sure that we're at it and doing our best. I think if you look at the league, it's so tight this season. Anyone can beat anyone, and you're seeing that week in, week out. So I think we need to go there with no fear and just do what we know we can do and hopefully get the 3 points. Yeah,
you're right there. Stags in mid-table, and a couple of good results, and you can soon be in the top 6 even. A couple of bad results and you can be looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that shows that the league's so tight this season. We were saying, I think that was more frustrating with the Northampton game as well. We'd have been in the playoffs if we'd have won that game. So that was more of a frustration as well. But I think it shows how tight it is, being probably 5 or 6 points from top 3, top 2 or whatever, and 5 or 6 points from battling relegation. It's just going to be so tight all season, I think. But we just need to keep doing what we're doing, string some performances together again and get some results going again, and I think we'll be fine, yeah.